Hi, welcome to a mat Pilates class that I have for you today. All you need is a mat, something comfortable to work out in, and we are going to get started. So to warm up, we're just going to start with our feet about hip width apart. Just going to move up and down on the feet and roll in and out, just getting your feet in touch with the ground, with the mat. Okay, so rolling up and down, feeling a little bit of movement, feeling your feet connecting more through the whole surface of your foot, rolling in and out, rising up, starting to come into a little bit of balance there and awareness. Okay, and then next what we're going to do is just give ourselves a little bit of a rub, and it's going to help wake up the fascia, get our body and our cells a little bit more alive. And this is proven to be very effective before any sort of workout, even athletes use this sort of warm-up routine. So just rubbing your body up through the legs. Sorry if I bumped the mic there. I'll try and be mindful of that. So rubbing down through the legs, back of the legs, and all through the pelvis and the tummy and around the back. Okay, give it all a shake out, pop up and down on the heels, and getting the lymphatic system moving a little bit there too. Okay, so from here, let's take those feet back to hip width apart. We're going to take an inhale and reach overhead, ready for our first roll down. As you bring the arms down, you exhale, tuck the chin slightly, scoop the belly, and peel away from an imaginary wall behind you. Hold it at the bottom and take a breath in. And then on the exhale, scoop your belly and round up, pushing the floor away with your feet. And again, inhale, reaching up. And begin to exhale, open the arms, tuck the chin, scoop deep into the belly and peel your spine away from that imaginary wall. Hold it at the bottom and take a breath in. And then exhale as you push the floor away with the feet, rounding up again. One more breath in, let's reach it up. And as you exhale, bring it down and rolling down all the way. Going to hold it at the bottom and just take your hands to the mat wherever you can, walking your feet up and down. And 2 and 1, and bring it all the way back up, rising. So this time as we reach up, I'm going to take a nice big breath in, and then on the exhale, push it through to the back. And inhale, rise. Maybe take a little back bend, and exhale, push it through, rising up. And push 2 more like that. Send it back. Push it through. 1 more. And back down. This time rising up to tippy toes and bring it down to one side. Up to tippy toes and through to the other side. And reach, finding that balance. Lift and down. 2 and 1 and down. And just marching those feet, reaching arms front and back as well. Reach forward, reach back, forward, reach back. We've got 8, 7, getting nice and deep, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reaching up again. This time as we bring it down, we're going to fold all the way down and hold it down the bottom, and just walking your feet up towards the top end of your mat and bring your knees softly down to the mat. I'm going to set up with the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. So tuck your toes and send your hips up to the ceiling to pike, heels coming down, hips going high, and then glide through as you touch your knees softly down again. And exhale, rise up to pike, heels down, push the floor away, roll forward and down, soft knee touches, rise up again, push it back, coming forward, and this time you're going to rise up and hold it there. You're going to take your right leg and extend it up to the ceiling. Left foot can push down into the floor through the heel. Just find a nice reach and opening through that right hip. Bend the right knee and open the hip off towards the outer left hip. Then bring it straight back up and then draw that knee down to the floor and holding it there. So extend your other leg out to the back, one knee on the floor, one leg behind you. Just flex to lift and lower through the back foot and back down. Lift and lift for 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold that foot down, and then we're going to lift your other leg up. So we're going to draw the hips up and extend that leg right up to the ceiling. Then bring it all the way back down to the mat, and then lift and lower through your back leg. And then again, rising up, and bring it down, and lift, and rising up, and down, and lift and lower. One more, rising up, and bring it down, and lift and lower. Hold it there. Bring your back leg out to your left side and sink down into the heel. Rising up again, and exhale, take it down. Rise up. A couple more here. Good, 2 more. And last one. Coming up. Tuck your toes under, and we're going to sweep the other leg across underneath and bring it off to the side. Take it out and then lengthen the back leg back out again. You can tuck those toes. We're going to sweep this foot along the floor, and this is going to really be good for our mid and lower back strengthening. So we're going to lift it up. So we're stretching and strengthening at the same time here. Lift. Draw that leg across the floor. 4 more to this side, pulling it up. You want the resistance along the floor. 3. More resistance, the better. And 2. And this one, bring it all the way in and back up to pike and holding it there. All right, this time left leg goes straight up to the ceiling, holding it there. And you're going to bend the knee and open to stretch out that left hip. Bring the foot over towards your right hip. Bring it back up again. Bring the knee down onto the mat. You go straight into lifting and lowering through your right leg, and then lift up through the hips. Lower down softly. So we want soft landings and soft takeoffs, and we want to move with grace. Always moving through perceived resistance. So thinking of it as moving through deep water or space. So you find that resistance in the air. And rising up. And bring it down. This time we're going to bring that foot out to the side and coming down and rise and sitting back and up, sitting deep into that heel for 4 more. And 3 and 2 and 1. Coming up. Okay, so we're going to tuck the toes, bring that leg across and set up for our low and mid back lift. Glide that leg across the floor up, glide it back down. Glide and lift the hips up and slide that leg in and out. And we have 4 and 3. You really want to feel that resistance. And 2. And this time bring it in, place the foot back next to your other foot, finding your pike. Take an inhale and an exhale, touching your knees softly to the floor, sitting back, having a stretch in child's pose. And another breath. And then bringing it forward. Okay, so we're going to hold it here and tuck the toes, lift up through the hips, walk your feet forward. Okay, so we're going to roll all the way back up to standing. All right, so from there, going to take your feet out wide. You're going to come into, not too wide, but a wide squat, wider than a narrow squat. So from there, we're going to start to come down into a nice deep squat. I want to think of depth here and also not collapsing into your spine. So we're keeping the chest open, not collapsing into that spine. Inhale down, exhale rise. Next time we're going to hold it down and bring the hands together. Good. Maybe rocking around on the hips, or maybe rocking from side to side if you can't quite get the heels down, or you can stay nice and still, drop deeper, anchor the little toes and the outside blade edge of your feet down into the mat. Broaden through the collarbones and sinking a little bit deeper if you can. Another couple of breaths here. Good, just finding that deep position. Hold it there as you reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Now let your fingertips pull you to the ceiling, and then bringing it back down, and bring the hands into prayer. Bring it down. Open those knees out. Reaching it up. This time we're going to keep the arms long. So we're going to rise up. Keep the arms long as we lower down. Keep the arms long as you exhale and rise. And inhale to lower. Push it away for 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Holding it down the bottom. Bring those hands in. Shoulders broad. Sitting nice and deep. And bring back. Okay, so we're coming over onto our back now. We're going to start to get into some core work. Lying down. So bring your feet to, your legs are going to come to tabletop. So we're going to stay down, arms long beside the body to begin. Neutral pelvis and neutral spine, and then one leg at a time. Take your right leg to tabletop, followed by the left leg. Now, if that causes any pain, you bring your knees a bit closer or you cross your ankles. Otherwise, I want those knees sitting just on top of your hips. Okay, so we're just going to bring the hands behind the head. Okay, and from there, knit your ribs in together and engage through the core, so drawing your hip bones towards each other. Draw your kneecaps up towards the ceiling and your thigh bones down towards your hip sockets. Right toes tap towards the end of the mat, then back. Left toes tap towards the end of the mat and then back. And right toes and back. And left toes. We're going to add a crunch. So right toes tap. As you bring it back to tabletop, you lift the chest. Then the left toes tap. Rise to tabletop. Now keeping the elbows wide. Inhale, tap. When you bring it up, it's just to tabletop. You don't let those knees collapse in any deeper. And tap it down and lift. And inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Finding that chest lift. Now, we do each repetition with intention. We're not trying to get through a number. We're thinking about the repetition that we're in. Just one more like this. Holding it there. Now bring your knees out wide and keep your toes together. So from here, again, knit the ribs together. Tap the toes down to the floor. As you bring it up, try not to collapse through your waist when you rise up. Let's inhale, tap, and exhale, and draw the elbows towards the inside of the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap down. Good. So we're going to keep this going exactly the same, but we're going to add an oblique flavor to it. So you bring the opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee every time you lift. So I don't want just the twist, I want the lift as well. Lift and rotate through the body. Lift and rotate. And this is our pace. We're going to build that intensity, and we're taking it not just slow, but slow with the intention of moving through space. 4, and tap. 3, and 2, and 1, and back down. So we're going to hold it down the bottom. All right, so we're going to bring the arms up now. Feet are just hip width apart. We're going to take an inhale at the bottom and exhale, lift up through the hips. And inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift up through the hips. Inhale, lower. And rise. And lower. One more. rise. Hold it up the top. Bring the hands down beside the body, and you're going to come to the right tippy toes. Just make sure you don't collapse into the left side. Bring the right leg straight up. From there, we're going to flex and lower the right leg down and point and lift. Hold it there. Lower your body down and up for one. Flex to lower and point to lift. Lower and lift through the body. And let's go down and up. Flex lower, point lift, down and up. Flex and point and down. One more before we add on a change to this. So flex lower, point lift. Now hold it there. We're going to bend the right knee, thread the needle underneath the left side, right down so that hip goes towards the mat. Then lift it back up and then lower and lift through the body. Lift your arms, bring it up, and let's go into threading the needle. Take it under, lift it up and lower the body and lift it up. Thread the needle, drop that hip down. Try not to collapse through the other side of your body. Good. A few more to go here. And next time we lower and lift through the body, we're going to lower and lift that leg. So we go down and up and through for 3 more, like this. And down and up. 2 more. Thread the needle and rise. Lower down, lower the body. Rise up. 1 more and down. Lift and down and up. Take the foot to the floor and lower down all the way. Let's do another set of our core before we do that to the other side. All right, so we're just going to take the hands behind the head. Now bring your toes together and let's exhale, bring it up. And exhale. One more. Good. Now we're just going to take those legs straight up and we're going to lower one leg down for a long leg thigh stretch. So let's pulse 2, pulse 2, pulsing 2 through those legs. 1, 2. Slight bent knees, okay. Going for a bit longer if we can. Now that we're getting quite warm. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We've got a single leg thigh stretch now, so just let's start pulling it in. 1, 2. Don't forget to use that. Exhale, exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Double leg thigh stretch. Tuck it in. Reach back and tuck and reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and holding it in and taking the feet back down to the floor, hands long beside the body. All right, guys, let's rise up, lifting the hips. We're not too high, we're not in a huge back arch here. So we've just got those hips lifted like fishing lines are pulling your hip bones up towards the ceiling. So take the weight more into your right leg this time. Take the left leg straight up to the ceiling. Okay, so from there, we're going to flex and lower for 1, and then down and up through the hips for 1. And flex and lower, and lower and lift through the body. Take it down and up, and lower and lift. 2 more before we add on to that. Last one. Holding it up. So we're going to thread the needle. Let's go. Bend, thread the needle through, rising up, and lower and lift. Good. Thread the needle. As we lower and lift, we're going to lower the body down, lift the arms up, rise. Thread the needle through, rise up, lower the body, lift the arms, lift the body, lower the arms, and thread the needle. We've got 4. and rise. Lift and up. 3 and rise. Down. 2 to go. Thread and lift. Down and up with that body. 1 more. And through. And up. Down. And up. Bend the knee and lower all the way down. You can just give your knees a hug now. So we're going to hold on to the back of the thighs and rock up. So our next move is going to be a roll back, a roll down. So we're just going to start nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down, broaden through the collarbones. And here we take an inhale. And then exhale, scoop deeply into a C curve and just rolling back. And then inhale, let the arms pull you forward, then rise up to seated. Inhale, exhale, scoop and roll. Inhale, rise up. So it's just a nice controlled movement. We'll add some rotation for our next add on to this. So hold it back. Your right arm goes around. You watch the hand with your finger, watch the fingers with your eyes as you bring it around and then back up, rising up. Let's do that to the other side. So I want your eyes to follow your hand around and then bring it back and up. Take it around. Keep your eyes on the hand and try not to let the hand win the race back. Keep your eyes on the hand. Take it down. Keep your eyes on the hand all the way and all the way back. Keep your eyes. Don't let your eyes win the race when you bring it back. It's really good to start to work your eye movements. Lift. Just focusing on the eyes, following the hands and back. We've just got 1 more to each side. Scoop it back. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, rise. And exhale, back. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Inhale, rise. We're going to come all the way back down now. So scoop the belly, rolling down. All right, so we're just going to reach the arms overhead. This time we're coming into a full roll up. So we're going to inhale and lift the arms up. Exhale. Think of your arms, your hands pulling you forward. So think of someone pulling your hands forward and you just take your chest over the thighs. Take an inhale as you lift up and exhale, rolling down nice and smoothly as you can. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Draw the ribs over the thighs. Take an inhale and then exhale. Scoop that belly, rounding back down nice and smoothly. Inhale and exhale, reach. Inhale and then exhale all the way back. And we have 1 more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it through. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring it all the way back. So let's take a seat now, coming all the way back up. Holding it here. All right, so we're just going to do some more rotations before we finish this part of the series. So let's exhale back. Inhale, rotate around. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And back. And rotate. And back. Just 1 more to finish our rotation. 1 more to each side. Inhale, open. Exhale. Rise. And back. Inhale. And exhale. Rising up. All right, let's come into a saw now. So we're going to take it wide through the legs. Flexing through the feet and just take a moment to find your new position. From here, flex those toes back towards your knees and draw the back of the kneecaps down into the mat. Grow nice and tall through your spine. If you need to sit on a rolled up towel under your hips, that's going to help to provide a nice elevated position so that you're not hunched if you have tight hips or lower back or hamstrings. Spread the arms wide. Take an inhale. And then we're going to bend that left arm and take it over towards your right pinky toe. Hold into the reach, take an inhale, and then exhale. Bring it up and open the arms. Take an inhale as you bend the right elbow and reach towards your left toes. And inhale, rising back up. And let's do that again, a few more to each side, and we're just taking our time, finding the reach. And rise up, inhale. And let's do that to the other side. Reach it through. So you're getting a twist through that torso, a nice rotation through the body. Inhale, take it across, exhale. Inhale and rise. And exhale across. Inhale, rise. Just a few more. Take it across, reach through into your rotation. And up. One more. And rising up. Point your toes and take one hand just beside your hip. Lift the hips up. Reach overhead. Bringing it back down softly to the other side. Lift and reach. Bring it back down. One more of these to each side. Hand down. Lift the hips. And bring it back down. Other side. And lift through the hips. Bring it all the way back down. Holding it there. Just slowly bringing those legs back in together. Let's roll over onto the tummy now. I'm going to work through those important back muscles. So legs are nice and long, toes are pointed. And we're just going to take the hands under the shoulders. Take an inhale at the bottom and then an exhale. On the next inhale, you're going to push softly away into the mat, but it's more lift than push. Draw your shoulder blades down and open your chest and your collarbones. Take an exhale to roll back down to the mat. Take an inhale to rise, shoulders melt down. More lift than push if you can. And again. Inhale, rise. And bring it back. Next time we're going to lift one hand at a time with that. So we're just going to rise as you lift one hand just under the shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. We want to keep the body square. So keep the crown long and try not to push down too heavily through that grounded hand. Otherwise, you're going to send the body off to one side. Let's see if we can just take both hands under the forehead. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. 3. And down. 2. And down. 1. And back down, holding it there. Good. So we're going to, next time, reach the arms around to the side. So have a small reset there. So we're going to take an exhale at the bottom. So breathe it out. Then on the inhale, rise up. Hold it there. Sweep the arms all the way around. Keep your palms facing towards the floor. From here, pull down towards your heels. Then bring it back out. Bend the elbows and bring it back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep it around. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, down. Keeping your feet down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep behind you. Palms face down. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale down. 2 more like that. Take it up on inhale. Exhale, sweep it around. Shoulder blades coming together, palms face down all the time. And 1 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, around. Inhale, back. And exhale, down. And then you can just make a pillow for your forehead with your hands. We're going to relax your shoulders. Now reach the toes as long as you can. Lifting a long leg using the glutes. So we're going to lift single legs up and down. Then other leg up and down. Just alternating right and left. You want to use the glutes to lift, and that means that your leg feels light. So use your butt muscles to create the lift, like you're squeezing your own butt, and use that squeeze in the butt to create the lift in your leg. Don't bend the knee. We're not bending the knee. We're keeping the leg long. If you can do both legs at the same time, let's lift and lower down. Now keep the legs long and feel the lightness. So as we lift and lower, we're not shrugging our shoulders. We're not clenching our teeth and our jaw. One more. Good. Next one. Take a little break here. We're going to do some kicks with those legs. All right, so just take an exhale at the bottom. So breathe in and out, and then on the next inhale, rise up. Hold it there. And we're just going to do some swim kicks with our legs, up, down, nice and quick. Try not to kick down, only kick up. Then if you can rise up through your upper body, you'll do that, and you'll start swimming out to the front. Point those toes. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way down. We've got one more set of 10 seconds, and this time we're going to do different arms, or you don't have to do the arms at all. You can just do the legs, or you can just do the arms. So we're going to first rise up through the legs, start doing your kicks, lifting up. Take one arm behind and one arm forward. I'm speaking a big reach here, so let's reach forward and back. And we've got 10, 9, keep breathing, 8, keep kicking up, up, not down, down, 6, take your eyes forward, so not dropping the head, 4, keep the kicking, 3, keep the reaching, 2, keep reaching for that last one, and then you can bring it all the way back down. Nice work. Just take a few breaths here, and then you can tuck the toes, pushing back up onto your knees, and we'll sit back down into a child's pose stretch, reaching the arms all the way out. Good, so just stretching that back out in that counter stretch from all of that extension work. Nice job, guys. And then we're going to round back up onto hands and knees. Okay, so I'm going to stay here, knees under the hips and hands under the shoulders. You're going to extend your right toes out to the back, holding it there. And you're going to lift and lower through that right leg, up and down. And up, down, lift. Now the hips aren't going all over the place. They're not going side to side. Our ribs are knitted in together and the shoulders are down. We're going to hold it up. Just do some little pulses, but not too high. Good. Think about how you're holding your body. Shoulders are down. You're not clenching and you're not holding onto tension anywhere else. Keep those pulses going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up the top, bend the knee, and then bring it back down. Flex the foot and bend the knee to stay in that lifted position and bring it down. So flex and lift, keep the crown long, point and lower. Flex to lift. So we're thinking of putting our footprint on the ceiling as we lift, and then lower softly to the mat. Just a soft feather tap down to the mat. Up. Next time we hold it up, and we're just going to point and open the hip out to the side, draw the knee around, bring it back down. So take it up, flex, open the knee out, bring it down. Flex it up, open the knee, bring it around and down, flex, open and down. 3, and open and down. 2, and open. And one more, lift and open and down. Then we're going to bring that foot right out to the side, come down to your opposite forearm. From there, lift and lower into the glute medius, those side glutes now, and up. And we're going to hold it for pulses, 8, 7, hardly any release. So it's all about the lift, not about the release. 3. Now keep it flexed and go into some little circles facing forward direction. 4, 3, 2, change direction, and we've got 8, 7, keep the lift, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, holding it there, take it to the floor, rainbows, bring it up and across to the side, up and back out, and up and over, and up and back. 3, and back, and 2, and back, 1, and back. Bring it back down, have a little counter stretch here, and holding it. And we're going to rise up. Do those to the other side. Extend your left leg out to the back, flex the foot, shoulders down, lift. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Now make sure those ribs are knitted, the shoulders are down. You're not starting to clench your jaw or hunch your shoulders. Staying strong. And up. 3. Notice how it's nice and slow and we're still using that perceived resistance. And on this next one, we're going to hold it up and bend the knee, take it around to the side and back down. So we flex to lift, we point open the knee to the left side, bring it back down. Flex, rise, open to the side, bring it down. Lift, open and down. 4. Now here is where we're going to focus on our alignment. 3. Keep those shoulders down, keep your crown long. 2. Open and down. 1. Open and down. And then take that foot out to your left side this time. All right, still on those hands and knees, and we're going to lift and lower through that left side and up. I'm going to come down to your opposite forearm. Lift and lower. So on that opposite forearm, and now we're going to pulse it up. Pulse up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Do circles forward. Good. Keep that shoulder down. Here is where that tension's starting to build. So we want to make sure we don't drop. Change direction for 8. Keep the lift in that leg. You can do it here. We've got 4, 3, 2. Bring it down, and we've got rainbow. Bring it up and across, and up and back. Point that toe over and back. Rise for 4, and rise, and 3, and rise as you bring it back. 2, and back. 1, and back. Bring those knees in, and we'll go back into our last little child's pose stretch here. And a nice big breath, maybe a little rock around on those knees, side to side, feeling that release in your back and in your shoulders, taking any tension out of those shoulders as you just drop the chest in between the thighs. Good, a few more breaths. And then we're going to walk the hands back in under the shoulders and tuck your toes and rise up to the toes, hips up. Walk your feet. Holding it here, rising up through your right leg. And then we're going to bring that right foot beside your right hand. Having a nice stretch through your left side, that left hip. You can take the hands down, you will. You can drop the back knee if you need to on the floor. Oh, yeah. And you can bring that knee down now. I'm going to do some rocking back and forward into your hamstrings and your hips and back. Okay, you can either keep rocking back and forward, or you can just slide that front foot out to where you can get your deepest front split stretch for those hamstrings and hips. And finding that best stretch that you can, just for a few more breaths, releasing that tension in your shoulders and in your jaw. So you're not pushing the stretch, you're inviting it and not judging your body. Good, and then we're going to bring it all the way back around, tuck the toes under, rising up, and we're going to take that left leg up Nice big length. And then bring it through left foot beside the left hand. We'll hold that hip flexor stretch here. Right. Let's go into rocking back and forward, hip flexors and hamstrings. You can either stay there or you can bring it down to the floor and come into your long front stretch, front split, or you can stay up in that rocking action as well. If you're still working on flexibility and getting a little more flexible in those hamstrings, if that feels best for you, just stay there. And then sweeping it all the way back around. Okay, we'll come tuck onto the toes again, rising up, and this time walk your feet up towards your hands. And we're just going to hold it there for a few breaths, in and out. Hold on to your opposite elbow so that you can just hang in ragdoll. Few breaths in and out. You can rock side to side if that feels nice. And we're going to take an inhale. And then on the next exhale, push the floor away with the feet, scoop that belly, and rounding back up. Take an inhale, reaching overhead. Interlace the fingers and hands inside out. Go to your right side. Exhale. And inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center and bend your knees and reach the arms forward, shoulders down. Pull the hands away from the shoulders and the shoulders away from the hands. And then we're going to rise up, palms face forward, open the chest. Take some nice big breaths, open your heart. Press your hands behind you, nice and close to the body. And then roll your shoulders around. And we're all done for today, guys. Great job. Repeat this workout a few times until you get nice and strong through all of the exercises. And please join me in the other classes that I have on offer. Have a great day. Thank you.